Welcome back to our Engage podcast series. I'm your host, Philip de Bruyn, and today we're diving into the critical area for municipalities, namely human resources and payroll. We know payroll and HR teams carry an enormous responsibility, deals with compliance, accurate employee records, leave, salaries, deductions, benefits, overtime, a myriad of MSCA compliance and alignment issues, you name it. These things are laid before the door of our HR and payroll departments. To unpack how modern systems can simplify this, I'm joined by Charmaine du Plessis, who will focus on our HR component, and Donnie du Plessis will give us an in-depth insight into the workings of our payroll. Welcome to both of you. Charmaine, do you want to perhaps just start us off with the challenges faced in municipalities?
Thanks, Philip. It's great to be here. Yes, HR department spent a huge amount of time with manual paperwork, employee files, contracts, performance reviews, leave forms. It all lives in different unintegrated systems or even in physical filing cabinets. The HR module in Phoenix ERP replaces this with a single digital profile compliant with municipal regulations and integrated directly with the payroll.
That's very good news. Basically, what we have, or what the benefit would be, no more looking or searching for paper files or relocating data in different systems or capturing data in different systems, eliminating double capturing. Am I right in understanding?
Yes, exactly. Everything from the onboarding process to retirement is stored and searchable and secure and fully auditable in the system.
Okay, that's interesting. Let's talk actual features. What does the municipal HR get from a Phoenix ERP deployment?
Well, the obvious benefits for the employees, especially we've got a self-service portal. Employees can view payslips, update personal detail, or apply for leave, overtime, or complete travel claims from this portal. We've got leave management with full digital workflow for approvals, retrieval of available leave balances, and the built-in leave validations prescribed by the collective agreement. Employees can have a real-time view of their balances and provide leave applications submitted. The recruitment portal, where municipalities can place adverts and applicants can apply online. The on-premises processes include shortlisting, scoring of candidates, generation of appointment letters, and probation tracking. Employees can register their grievances, upload their records, and track their feedback. From the HR side or HR department, well, the biggest benefit is having a digital employee file with all related records. So any HR-related records can be stored and is associated with this file, from contracts, qualifications, IDs, performance assessments, the tracking of disciplinary cases within the organization and the outcomes thereof. Well, any type of process that is related to HR can be digitalized and linked to this electronic personnel file.
Excellent. That also sort of helps us to simplify the whole audit process because we already have all the information in a digital format. Donnie, moving on to payrolls in municipalities. Well, it's not simple. It is not as straightforward as one would assume. Dealing with bargaining councils, multiple allowance types, overtime, acting allowances, third-party deductions, and of course, again, MSCOA. How does Phoenix ERP handle this?
You are quite right in that the municipal environment differs quite substantially from a corporate or a business enterprise. And if you look at the municipality from the outside, people see an organization that produces account statements. And that's all they see, that's all they know. But if you look deeper into the municipality, you find that it is actually a complex collection of different directorates and actually organizations within the municipality that needs to comply with specific rules and laws pertaining to salary calculation and planning and reporting. For instance, if you look at the payroll calculation at the municipality, you have different employment types like councillors, senior managers, Section 57 workers, permanent employees, EPWP, and so I can carry on, name a whole list of employment types. And each of these have their own rules and calculation methods and reporting requirements back to National Treasury. And that makes the environment within which a payroll system in the municipalities operate much more complex than a run-of-the-mill payroll system. And to cap it off, as you've said, the MSCOA requirements for reporting and the Auditor General requirements for compliance makes it challenging to budget and transact and report according to those rules.
Thank you very much. I think what's also interesting for me is the connection between what we achieve between the traditional HR processes and then the payroll. Because as soon as we make an update in the HR component, that those changes flow directly into the payroll. So there's no duplication and far fewer errors. But thank you for that insight, Donnie. One other thing that that sort of interests me is the compliance. You've touched on some of it, but compliance is a big worry for CFOs, municipal managers, senior managers alike. How does our payroll support compliance in the minute of MSCOA requirements?
As you've quite rightly said, there is a myriad of compliance issues to deal with. And one of the biggest ones that everybody that works in a municipality knows about is MSCOA compliance. And that basically means that every cent that you spend, whether it's on infrastructure projects or whether it's on payroll expenditures, has to be reported, planned and reported in a specific format. And that format is defined by the segments in MSCOA. So there's projects, functions, funds, items, regions, and costing. And then, of course, the standard classification. So these 7 segments define how you have to plan and how you have to transact and how you have to report to National Treasury. And that is one of the key features of the system. Apart from the integration with HR and the reduction of duplication of processes and data, one of the key features is the compliance with MSCOA.
I also was just thinking while you were speaking, the automatic generation of the segments. In the payroll, we look at project costing, funding, function, item, region, etc., which makes it very interesting tool to aid municipalities in complying to the requirements of the payroll and HR component. Shemaine, what is, just sort of following on to our benefits, looking at that in a bit more detail. You've got your management team, your senior management team council. What do they get out of a deployment of this nature?
Well, I would say the biggest benefits is the real-time dashboards. You can view the current vacancies in an organization and where's the biggest risks for placements. Overtime costs, overtime trends, leave liability, leave planning, employee equity status, so you can draw your equity reports and know exactly immediately what is your status. And then training spending. So any type of reporting coming out of the system using the data that we collect to make better decisions regarding your employees.
Donnie, and some of the reporting examples that we have in the payroll?
We have multiple variance reports, for instance, that compare a previous salary run with a current salary run to show out the differences in the calculations in order to catch out mistakes. And then obviously there's reports on auditing, which is a very important feature, so that any time that a change is made to a payroll item or parameter, it is logged and can be reviewed again after the fact if a problem arises with the payroll calculation. So the accuracy of a payroll calculation is not negotiable. You have to be accurate. You have to know what's going on in the system. And as Charmaine has mentioned, the onboarding, for instance, and the capturing of overtime and leave is seamlessly integrated into the system, so that mistakes and the approval of transactions is done in a controlled fashion.
And one of the things that I learned, one of the first concepts that I learned when we started working in local government about 20 odd years ago was something called verpligte uitgawes. And I learned that the payroll is a verpligte uitgawe. So the payroll's got to roll. It's got to roll on the right date and the right time, and it's an absolutely non-negotiable for it to be not correct. So very interesting that that we still try and sort of achieve just that component. But verpligte uitgawes is with us, and it'll still be with us for many years. If we look at the interaction between the users, municipal employees, they sometimes feel out of the system, not involved. What do they experience? Maybe Charmaine, from your perspective, what do you see are the interaction that we have with the user community?
I think we want to make it easier for the external people or the employees to interact with the system. There's a very big mobile drive, so in the future we would like to see people download their payslips or view their payslips on their cell phones or mobile devices, directly apply for leave or a vacancy on their mobile devices. So the time that you actually have where you maybe sit during lunch, instead of behind your PC, you can sit and complete these employee-related forms. And it will make it much easier for the employees to interact.
Yeah, that's very interesting. And also, I was just thinking of sick leave applications, your medical certificates, those types of things you can upload while you're at the source of treatment, you're at the doctor's office, etc. So it just expedites the entire process, again aiding to containment of forms and the compliance that we require. We're reaching the end of a very, very interesting podcast. And a final question from my side, Donnie, if I can start with you, perhaps. Why do municipalities choose Phoenix ERP over generic HR and payroll systems? And perhaps before you answer the question, I would also just like to say that what we've discussed this morning supports the staffing regulations. It is not the staffing regulations. It's a vehicle that will support the staffing regulations. Staffing regulations is a very specific field. The writing of the job descriptions, those types of things are very specific areas that might want to discuss in future. But today we looked at the HR processes within the municipality and then the payroll and how the payroll rolls. So why us, Donnie?
Yes, Philip, I think the big thing to take away from this session is the fact that the municipalities are not corporate. They are not the standard run-of-the-mill business enterprises. Their rules, their salary structures, the way that they plan and execute and report are unique. And Phoenix ERP was specifically built for local government and not adapted afterwards to comply with the requirements of local government. So it's a dedicated, tailor-made solution for municipalities. And as you've said, it complies with all the regulations, basic terms of employment, legal requirements, national treasury requirements, and that makes it very unique in this market space.
I think Donnie summed it up very, very good. Having a system forces a municipality to implement all the regulations, and the regulations lives in the system. It is automated. It makes it easier when to comply. It makes it easier when there's audits. And just everything is not paper driven, but in a file that is available for an auditor when they reach the municipality and want to view the entire process.
I think it's very important. And you will know as practitioners in local government, speaking more to our audience now, that some of the outcomes of the existing ICF forums that we are busy with really focuses hard on an integrated HR and payroll component. In time, you will find it difficult to run a payroll system outside of the core ERP system, just because of the close-knit interaction and engagement between the areas. Similar with your HR processes, if you recruit somebody, the onboarding process, getting the detail to the payroll, getting the payroll to run, meeting our obligations every month, understanding that the payroll is run correctly. All these things can be done separately. But if we look at the pending legislation in local government, we are forced to combine these efforts and to make it focus on a single source or single product solution. We have a completely integrated HR and payroll environment. Charmaine, Dani, thank you for joining. For municipalities looking to digitize, reduce audit findings, and create a better experience for employees, we at Phoenix ERP, we're ready. Our HR and payroll is a strong and a clear fit for all municipal customers. And we really look forward to engage. Please look at our socials and engage with us through the various channels. We'd love you to reach out and stimulate the conversation. If you'd like us to come and do a presentation on site, we're more than willing. Anywhere in the country, call us, we'll be there. And until the next time, I'm Philip de Bruyn, and we've been joined by Dani du Plessis and Charmaine du Plessis. Take care, everyone, till we meet again. Thank you.
For more information, please feel free to contact us on 0860 104 888, alternatively admin@be.co.za, or on any of our socials. We'd love to interact with you.